Hello, everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, a 45-year-old Sulphur Springs man was jailed Friday after admitting that he had sex with a juvenile that he knew to be 14 years old. Sheriff's deputies made an arrest on a warrant after a traffic stop just before 8 Friday night on I-30 at mile marker 110. During an interview at the jail, the man admitted to possessing multiple images of child pornography. The man also admitted to having sex with a juvenile victim who had consumed alcohol to the point of unconsciousness. The man also admitted taking photos and videos during sex acts. Thomas Jason Doss was booked on possession or promotion of child pornography and on aggravated sexual assault of a child, and bond for Doss was set at $500,000 total. Hopkins County Sheriff's deputies Colt Patterson and Jason Lavender returned home last week from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where they attended specialized training with their police canines. The deputies and canines, Shiv and Molly, completed a 2-week, 150-hour advanced canine handler course with emphasis on narcotics as well as suspect tracking on various terrain, building clearing, suspect apprehension, and integrating a canine into most aspects of the Sheriff's Department Patrol Division. That all according to Sheriff's Chief Deputy Tanner Crump. Sulphur Springs Police Chief Jason Ricketson once again reminds residents to secure their property when leaving it unattended, especially vehicles. The warning follows some recent vehicle burglaries and thefts. In most cases, vehicles were left unlocked, allowing others access to personal belongings inside, including keys. People are reminded when possible to remove valuables, including money, jewelry, wallets, bank and credit cards, IDs, and documents with personal information on them from vehicles. When that's not possible, items should be concealed rather than left in plain sight, and the vehicle should be locked. This will reduce the likelihood of the items being taken, according to authorities. The Wildcat Marching Band completed its second contest of the season Saturday at Royce City. More on that contest from Wildcat Band Director Spencer Emmert.
Had a prelims performance. There were 15 bands there, 15 good bands, and had great weather for once, so we were happy for that. Kids had a good performance. And they ended up 4th place coming out of prelims, which put them into finals. And so that was exciting. The highest they've placed in some time. We were ahead of several larger bands, 5A, some 6A bands. And so that was exciting to see. But we still had lots of things to work towards. We went over our judges' critiques and things with them and challenged them to really step it up for the evening's performance, which wasn't till 9:30 that night.
Oh, wow.
And so all in all, the finals performance went really well as well. Kids stepped it up so well, and everybody always steps it up in the finals. So that's something that you just have to really get used to doing. Multiple performances in one day is somewhat of a challenge to begin with for marching band. It is such an involved activity to do all of that preparatory 2 times. Adds another kind of round of focus for the kiddos. But anyway, when the announcements were announced at the end of the day, the top 4 bands stayed right where they were. We were 4th, behind North Forney, Lakeview Centennial, and West Mesquite. So 3 powerhouse, great band programs, and Sulphur Springs is in the mix with those, and that was really, it was a great day.
Yeah. I remember Mr. McCauley always wanted the band to get better every performance. How would you say this band is doing this year?
Absolutely. That is always our goal. We don't really preach ratings. We don't preach competition results to a certain degree. That's kind of the icing on the cake that the kids get to feel that accomplishment from those trophies and those rewards. But the most important thing is to always remember to do your absolute best. Every performance gets better, and to reach the overall potential of what you're capable of doing. And we certainly saw that Saturday, both in the prelims and then again in the finals. When the weather drops 20, 30 degrees from day to night, that can wreak havoc on intonation and tuning for an instrument. And for the kids to be able to accommodate that and work through that and play so well Saturday night, it was really, really neat to see. I personally, as the head director, get to experience all the compliments from the other directors, and that was something that was coming to us as adults from other directors and things that were impressed by the kiddos' performance from Sulphur Springs as well.
Now, a very short turnaround, and then the huge day for the band on Tuesday, your big UIL contest.
Yes, tomorrow we'll travel to Mount Pleasant for that performance. That's our biggie, our region UIL performance, the one we work all year for. If the students are successful there and receive a first division, then they'll qualify for the area contest in about just over a week and a half later in Mesquite. Right now, the contest is all a go with weather and things. Our performance is at 4:15. However, there may be some delays throughout the day with weather, so we're just wanting their parents to know, and any admin or anybody that can come and support these kiddos, to go ahead and come, plan for that 4:15 performance, but just be ready if potentially we're a touch later, whatever it may be. But the kids are ready and gonna do a great job.
Kind of a tricky time. You get some critiques on, I guess, Saturday, probably spent over the weekend looking and everything, but not a lot of time to change anything. I guess you got one practice tonight.
Yes, and we're hoping the weather kind of allows us to do some marching and get a few things fixed. Fortunately, a lot of the judges' comments were positive. We did get some good critiques and some things that we're gonna push towards. And fortunately, we don't look at this as Tuesday as the end result. We're hoping to keep pushing forward. The next Saturday is Commerce, and then the following Saturday, hopefully, we'll be working towards area. So with that in mind, we just take the next step and the next bite to refining and polishing our show and continuing to motivate the kids to perform at a better level each time. And so far, they've done that great.
And so far, so good as far as concert season is concerned.
Absolutely. It's been we're coming down to the end of marching band, like you said, and before long we'll be starting concert band. We have a Veterans Day performance coming up. Then, of course, our Christmas program that we do, and hopefully we're also adding something really, really neat this year to help us be able to go on our Orlando trip. In conjunction with our Christmas concert, we're going to be having a silent auction there in the foyer of the auditorium. We just encourage parents and admin and anyone else in the community that can come support these kids at their Christmas concert to come a little early and take a look at some of the things that we'll be using for fundraising opportunities for the band kiddos. And so lots of exciting things that are going to be happening even well after marching band is up.
In sports, the Lady Cats volleyball team got a big district win Friday at Texas High, 3-0. Score was 25-15, 25-23, and 26-24. The Lady Cats, 3-2 in district play, open the second half of district play at Royce City Tuesday night. And I talked with Lady Cats volleyball coach Bailey Dorner Monday morning at practice.
Yes, it felt good to go over there. You know, T has a tough place to play in, and not only to win, but take it in 3 sets. I was really happy about that.
That's a big rivalry with us. You know, we've tangled with them at the top of the district, and it's left kind of a real rivalry feeling. And so anytime we play them, it's big.
Especially, you know, we went over there, and at that point in time, we were tied for third with them. So it was a really crucial game, ending the first round of district and being tied. And so to get the win and move into sole third place on our own was big.
Team play well?
We did. You know, we passed the ball well. They're athletic, and so they got to some balls that we normally wouldn't get to, and they can put it down. But we played well. There are still things we need to improve on, you know, that we're working on today, but I thought we played pretty well.
Anybody kind of stick out in your mind?
I mean, pretty much everyone had a good game. You know, Sadie Washburn just all over the place, being able to swing. Brooklyn Burnside having a great hitting percentage. But we just, overall, I think we did well.
It's a big week for the Lady Cats, 2 road games. That always makes for a tough week.
Yes, especially, it's hard to win in Roy City also. They've got an atmosphere, ton of fans and kids that come out to support, so that's a big game tomorrow. And then on the road to Lindale, tough loss to them the first round, losing in 4, but really close sets. So, yeah, big week for us.
They started out kind of slow, but they've won, I think, their last 2, so they're coming on now.
That's right. I think they've woken up, and I feel like they're probably going to be a different team than what they were when we saw them first round.
All right. Things are looking good for us.
Yes, they are.
Thank you. That's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.